Hey guys, coming with you with another video today. Today I'm going to let you look at my personal Civil War library that's here right in front of you. Mainly it's a video about how I'll show you how my Civil War knowledge has progressed over the years. And these books kind of have a testament to that. Some of these books I've read, some of these books I have not read. But I would like, this is the base of the books that I have that help me stem my knowledge of the Civil War. So what I'm going to show you here, I'm going to show you a couple books. There's my Grant book. Again, this is my favorite biography of any individual. If you guys haven't checked out my review of that, check out that video on my channel. I also have his personal memoirs that I have yet to read. I also have the book about the last month of the war called April to 1865. It was a very well-selling book. Got another book, Reading the Man by Elizabeth Pryor Brown. Brown Pryor, actually. And basically talks about that one. I want to get more Lee biographies so I can learn more about him in a more detailed fashion. I've got Antietam Shadows, and this is a book I'm going to be doing my book review on this week for you guys. Basically, it's talks about shattering down myths and lies about, particularly around the Antietam campaign and a battlefield that I just recently visit. Got Killing Lincoln. That's a book I also did a review on. If you haven't done that, check that out. Talks about the assassination of Abraham Lincoln. I also got military campaigns, a military history of the war. I got Gettysburg by Stephen W. Sears. Got Chancellorsville by Stephen W. Sears. And I also got Lincoln's Lieutenants by Stephen Sears. I'm also going to be getting the Antietam book Landscape Turned Red, which is coming. I ordered it on Amazon already. So then therefore I can have all his books in one sitting. And he really does a good job at detailing the military campaigns and their importance to the history of the war. And especially how how the fighting was furious. Try to get it out there. I can't say it. Ugh. Anyway, and then also look at logistics too. Like I have a book called Artillery Hell, which talks about artillery at Antietam. How the reason why for the high casualties at Antietam was because of the artillery. That book explains really well about that. Have obviously overall context of the war. Called It Was Civil War. From the complete history from secession to Reconstruction. Gives details, has people's personal lives being told in here, people's accounts and diaries and journals, so that way I can learn more about ordinary people that fought in the war. I also got another book on Antietam by James M. McPherson about the importance of how Antietam kind of changed the course of the Civil War and also its importance. Got Team of Rivals, which talks about the political history of the war, how Abraham Lincoln just basically tried to work around in this political environment, because not only was the war intense, the politics were just as intense as well on the front lines. Also have I have two books on a history of Utah called the 20th Maine, called the Stand Firm Ye Boys Remain, which talks about their actions on Little Round Top at Gettysburg. It's a great book if you want to learn about the fighting there. Also for brighter context. You also look at the 20th Maine, which is the classic story of Joshua Chamberlain and his volunteer regiment. Very interesting about that book was it's a very interesting book, and they're one of the most well-known Civil War units in the war, and they are famous for their fighting at Gettysburg, at Little Round Top, famous bayonet charge. I really highly suggest to you. It's a great story. Joshua Chamberlain is also a very fascinating individual. Really, he is a hero. He's a hero. And then also got Antietam Creek, which talks about the campaign before Antietam. That one I used for my senior thesis research, and also etc. This one talks about Maryland and the Civil War, and it mainly just talks about how this book really kind of personified the brother against brother, father against son view in the Civil War. And it really hits home as to how, for example, there was these two regiments from Maryland who were at Gettysburg and who fought at Culp's Hill, and they just slaughtered each other on that hill. And it really kind of shows you the bitterness in that state. And also I have a book called The Real Lincoln. I'm not sure about this book yet. Yes, I have to read, but this is also kind of a little background as to what I have. And these are my books, you guys. These are a lot of books. I have a lot of books more too, but the rest of them are on my Kindle. And it's a really interesting aspect when you look at it, how many vast my Civil War library is. I also have Rebel Yell about Stonewall Jackson. I also have History of Units. I have the North Carolina Brigade on my Kindle, but it talks about Lee's Tar Heels. I have that book. It talks about the North Carolinians and Robert E. Lee's army. I have a book about the Iron Brigade. I have a book called Rufus Dawes' experience in the war, who he was in command of a Wisconsin regiment in the Iron Brigade. And I have tons of other books that I can't explain right now, but I just want to show you guys my personal library, kind of show you how these books kind of influence my knowledge of the war, and also just how how decisive the war was and how bloody it was when I read these books. So I just want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a like. Click subscribe if you want to. Also hit the bell notification video next to you so you can get new videos every day. I'll be coming out with a book review this week about Antietam Shadows. And I want to show you that. Antietam Shadows by Dennis Fry. I'll be showing that video. And I wish you guys a blessed day. Have a good one.